For decades, the Middle East has been embroiled in a turbulent and violent struggle, with the involvement of various external powers leaving a lasting impact on the region's people and their lives. Among these external actors, the United States military interventions have had profound and controversial consequences. As the dust settles and the world reflects on the aftermath, the haunting legacy of American atrocities in the Middle East stands as a somber reminder of the human cost of war and destruction. The seeds of American involvement in the Middle East were sown in the aftermath of World War II, with the establishment of Israel in 1948. The U.S. quickly emerged as a staunch supporter of Israel, providing military aid and financial assistance, which fueled tensions and conflict in the region. In the 1950s and 1960s, the CIA orchestrated covert operations to overthrow democratically elected governments in Iran and later in Iraq. These interventions led to the rise of authoritarian regimes, suppressing political dissent and curbing civil liberties. The impact of these actions still reverberates through the political landscape of the region, fueling anti-American sentiment and mistrust. The pivotal moment of American military intervention in the Middle East came with the Gulf War in 1990–1991. Following Iraq's invasion of Kuwait, the U.S. led a coalition of nations in a military campaign to liberate Kuwait and counter Iraq's aggression. While the war achieved its immediate objectives, the prolonged economic sanctions that followed had devastating consequences for Iraq's civilian population. It led to a humanitarian crisis marked by food and medical shortages, resulting in the deaths of thousands of Iraqi children and innocent civilians. In the aftermath of the September 11, 2001, terrorist attacks, the U.S. launched a global campaign against terrorism. Afghanistan, under the Taliban rule, became the target of the U.S. military intervention in response to sheltering al-Qaeda. However, the ensuing war resulted in civilian casualties and destruction, further escalating tensions in the region. In 2003, the U.S. invaded Iraq under the pretext of eliminating weapons of mass destruction. The war led to the fall of Saddam Hussein's regime but also unleashed a wave of chaos and sectarian violence. The Abu Ghraib prison scandal, where American soldiers were involved in the abuse and torture of Iraqi detainees, shocked the world and stained the reputation of the United States. The ongoing war in Syria, with the U.S. providing support to various factions, has also had severe humanitarian consequences. The protracted conflict has led to the displacement of millions, the loss of countless lives, and the rise of extremist groups in the region. In Yemen, the U.S. has provided military support to Saudi Arabia in its intervention against the Houthi rebels. However, the Saudi-led coalition's actions have resulted in a devastating humanitarian crisis, with airstrikes hitting civilian targets, including schools and hospitals. The Middle East remains a region plagued by violence and instability, with the consequences of American military interventions leaving deep scars on its people. The loss of innocent lives, the destruction of homes and infrastructure, and the displacement of millions have left a profound and lasting impact on the social, economic, and political fabric of the region. As the world grapples with the aftermath of these interventions, it is essential to confront the uncomfortable truths surrounding American atrocities in the Middle East. Acknowledging the human cost of war and destruction is vital in fostering empathy, understanding, and accountability. Only by recognizing the mistakes of the past can we hope to chart a path towards a more peaceful and just future for the people of the Middle East.